Three. Good afternoon and welcome to the sixth session of Skillsforce Career Talks. I have with me Mr. Ramachandra Kulkarni. Let me introduce Mr. Kulkarni. Thank you, sir, for coming, joining this talk.
Good afternoon. Thank you to you and all.
Yeah. So, I'll introduce Mr. Kulkarni. He's a very senior professional who has a fantastic experience of 40 plus years in the field of marketing, support, and customer care, especially in the automobile industry. Mr. Ramchandra holds BSc Diploma in Automobile Engineering, PGDBM, MBA in Marketing and CRM from NIBM Chennai, along with multiple master diploma courses. Like he is a firm believer of lifelong learning. And we see that because he joins a lot of training sessions as well as a student, and he trains a lot of people as well. He has served in the role of general manager for various automobile companies such as Mahindra and Mahindra, PIGO, Honda, Nissan, Bajaj Auto, to name a few. He,
Small correction there with the dealerships.
oh, okay, the
Some
dealerships.
of them are
Okay.
dealerships.
No, no worries, sir. He believes in giving back his knowledge and experience to the society by training a lot of unskilled and semi-skilled professionals via the Skill India program, which is by the central government. He trains people in electric vehicles, heavy motors, service, customer care, and also bringing back. The latest that I heard from him is bringing back retired defense personnel into the mainstream by providing them entrepreneurial as well as professional skills, which is like a great program. He was hesitant initially to tell me the last count of people he has trained under him, which I believe must have crossed over 10,000 by now. I will not delve into the presentations, dissertations, seminars, papers that he has conducted and published, else this will take up the entire hour talking about his background. So, very warm welcome to you, sir. Thank you for joining this talk. As
Thank
I
you.
told you earlier, thank you. As I told you earlier, this is going to be uploaded on YouTube, and wherein a lot of young students, aspirants, will be watching it for inspiration. Those who are shy to speak out, those who don't know about the field. This is a small gesture that we are doing, and thank you for your time and giving me the opportunity to interview you. So, sir, do you want to talk about how you doing a BSc, how you got into marketing and sales? A little bit of the mystery there.
Yeah, sure. I completed BSc and I was looking for engineering colleges.
Mm,
But unfortunately, I could not get a seat in mechanical engineering. I was very much
mm,
particular about mechanical only.
okay,
They offered me civil seat. So I said, I'm not interested, much interested in other. But my first preference is mechanical engineering.
right.
Uh, those days were quite different and there were very few colleges.
Yeah,
And then I could not afford the paid versions of the colleges.
correct.
So I opted for the government version. Then I thought, okay, if not that, then let me go for automobile engineering, which was my main subject.
Yeah.
I would have done after mechanical engineering or otherwise also.
Hmm.
Coming back to then, I got seat easily in automobile engineering diploma college. In fact, I was the number one who was selected, and without interview, they asked me, "You choose anything, any stream you like, based on my marks."
Okay, great.
That was a good thing. Yeah. Mm, and automobile field is quite interesting, extremely interesting. So I chose that one purposely.
Mm,
It's a field where there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of creativity, then there is a lot of effort, and then there is a lot of satisfaction to you also.
mm,
The satisfaction customer is totally different. That is in every business, in
correct,
every
correct.
stage of life. Like we are each other satisfying. Now we are satisfying a need of some youngsters to guide
Yes,
them to help them
yes.
that way.
Mm,
Similarly, but self-satisfaction is something which is quite different. So I felt that it is a better thing to join some kind of engineering. I was fascinated by engineering right from my childhood, creating things, doing something, repairing things. So that was the main reason. Then I changed to automobiles, and then it became very very interesting. The job itself was interesting, like how the machine runs, how the machines
Mm.
are developed, how they are created, and what is behind that creation. There is another big engineering behind those creations. What we see
Correct.
is something end product,
Correct.
but behind the end products, there are multiple things and multiple people are working, and they are also developing at the time, researching,
Yes.
controlling things. So it's a vast field actually.
Yeah. Yeah. True. True.
You can't, one person can't do it everything literally. It's very difficult.
Correct, sir. So you have seen the evolution of the automobile industry in India, right?
Yeah,
How it started and now how we are going towards electrical vehicles, battery
exactly.
charged. Yeah. So that's a whole different ball game. You do see a future where you can have Tesla like cars, autopilot kind of cars coming in India at some point.
No, it is definitely already started with some companies like
Mm,
Tata people are trying it. And
mm.
then there are other Hyundai and most of them are multinationals, you see.
Correct, correct.
At their home, they are trying it. Now the question is bringing back those products in India. So the problems there are, see, one is cost involved.
Mm, mm,
Products are a little bit costly when they're bought from outside, then there'll be CKD or something, and
mm,
then that will be more costly. Unless it is started, manufacturing started in India itself, the prices will not come down. So
mm.
almost every company is ready with the products.
Correct, correct.
How to bring it to India, and then that is the issue. Then the government forces are there, regulations are there,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
more than that, the demand. See,
Yes,
ultimately, a product is made to sell. Product is
yes.
made to consume. So if you don't consume, if you don't have a customer for that, I mean,
Mm,
customer, and our customers are right now in the mind frame of particular limits.
mm.
Like they have decided that this car should cost this much. I can pay 1 lakh this side, that side, both sides.
Yes.
But that will be difficult for the electric. And then there are a
Mm,
lot of unrequired publicity where
mm.
something goes wrong. Like recently, one car got flamed. Now people say that the car is bad. Electric EV is bad. No, EV is not bad. There
It's a
could be
battery.
several reasons.
Yeah,
Battery could be reason. Then
yeah.
several. See, apart from that, there will be several reasons. Like proper maintenance is not done. Proper care is
Mm.
not taken. See, customer is also equally responsible for maintaining the vehicle. It's not only company or dealership.
Yeah. Sir, car or automobile is a very complex product, right? And you are
Yes.
into the marketing and sales and support of these complex products. So for a student who wants to get into this field, right? What is the kind of background he should have? Is there a need to have a particular marketing sales background, or anyone who has the aptitude should be good enough?
No, absolutely no. There is no need of any background. But of course, the background does help. The
Mm.
background allows you to go to the next two steps or you have two, three steps also.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
any education, any learning on this is quite required.
correct.
Basically, what we are doing, everybody is doing marketing
Yes,
unknowingly.
yes.
You are selling pencil, it's a marketing. You are asking a person something, it's a receiving something. So there is
Correct.
always give and receive is always there in any kind of product or any market, or we are also doing on daily basis.
Mm.
Only thing is that we don't recognize the finer points because we have not been taught about them or we have not been made aware about them.
Yes, yes, true,
Nothing.
true. So if someone wants to get started, I mean, they want to get into marketing and say, would you, can you clarify what is the actual difference between marketing and sales for a
Of
very
course,
lay
that is the
person?
basic actually.
Yeah,
But before that, I'll just take a few seconds
sure.
to just tell the automobile. Automobile company is a uh, conglomerate. It's a
Mm,
basically mixture of sort of things where manufacturing starts. The manufacturing consists of production.
mm,
Then there's a quality control.
mm.
Then there's a purchase department. Then there is a HR department. Then there are several other departments, body shop, press shop, so many
Yeah,
things are there. Then mechanical things are there. Then the goods received, goods dispatched, spare parts, customer care,
yes,
then marketing, sales.
yes,
All these things together consist one company.
correct.
So again, marketing is one part of that one. But
Yes,
without marketing, nothing of these things, whatever I said, will work. And they are
correct.
not at all required there. So
Mm.
marketing is a game changer. In this case, we can say. Or you can say it is the engine which moves the entire train ahead.
So
In a simple
is it
language for
is it a department that brings out the awareness of the product to the customer?
it makes the product is reached to the customer through sales.
Okay. And sales is the actual selling of the product,
Sales is
including
actual
that,
selling. Yeah, yeah.
including the delivery and all that stuff.
Again, for these children, like those who are just youngsters, in a simple language, I'll tell you, marketing has got a pull strategy.
Hmm.
It pulls the people to
Correct.
that product. Whereas sales has got a push strategy. Any
Push.
sale has to be pushed. Sale won't
Yes.
happen naturally,
Hmm.
except in very few cases where there's a need or where there's
Hmm.
a shortage of the product.
Hmm.
So then the automatically sale happens. So
So,
these are the things.
yeah, so suppose an graduate, whether he's BCom, BSc, or BA, it doesn't matter. Wants to come out and he wants to get into this field. Does he need? Does it nowadays? I've seen a lot of companies. They take these freshers based on their attitude and the aptitude, the presence, how they talk, how they can, take a lot of pressure, a lot of no, because sales and marketing has a lot of no, and you have to learn to understand, to face that, not, raise your temper and forget what you're doing. So
Yes,
these
correct.
youngsters
Absolutely.
do get some domain training. Like for example, I saw a lot of children who join these banks as or DSAs, direct sale agents, to sell credit cards or insurance products and so on. So these are all lucrative jobs. They just need to improve their selling power. Even medical representatives, they are not really aware of, they don't have that pharmaceutical background, but they are trained to sell the drug to the doctors and the medical shops.
Exactly. You're absolutely right.
So there's a lot of
Absolutely right.
potential. There is a lot of potential for these kids. They, if they want to have a life of being outside the office, that right, marketing and sales is something which
Correct,
you have
correct.
to be on the field.
There's another one more difference. See, marketing is a continuous activity. It's a
Correct.
lifelong, almost lifelong activity,
Mm,
where marketing has to be continuously done. They have customers have to be contacted. They have to do the research. They have to find these various means of this thing. Basically, they have to find what is the need of the customer,
customer. Yeah.
and then according to that need, they have to create a product which will fit his and satisfy his needs
Absolutely.
totally.
Absolutely.
And then there's a continuous change. Customer aspirations are there, then customer expectations are changing, and then along with that, surrounding your payments are changing. You are getting
Mm,
better salaries. You are
yes.
having, you want to have satisfy your more many of the things. So that way, what happens is marketing has to be completely always on the toes.
Yes.
That is where the marketing research comes in, marketing, market development, and all those things kind of this thing.
Mm,
And further, while doing all these things, sometimes the product changes itself.
correct.
The needs get changed. So
Yeah.
again, they have to fit that old product into the new needs or product, create the changes whatever required.
Mm,
Then again suit it to the market. So
correct.
marketing
Absolutely.
job is almost continuous, whereas sales job is only sales. If you sell a particular product or whatever is the allotment to you or whatever target to you in
Mm,
layman language, so then your job gets over. Then again, but next month again the target starts. So this is a
mm,
continuous activity. Sales is also always kept on toes.
yes.
But sales is very, very fascinating because you are going to meet a lot of people.
Mm,
See, you meet every person, you have to have how to handle a person or how to handle his inner things, how to
yes.
activate his desire to buy that product. That itself
Yes.
is a trick. So now you
Yeah.
were asking that which kind of persons. Now, the which kind of persons, what happens, here, any graduate or any person without education also can fit.
Mm,
You must have heard that adage where they say that you are selling ice cream to Eskimos.
correct. Yeah.
Be true or not, but that is a fact. And
Mm,
there are some inherent talent somebody is having. See, what is required, that inherent talent, main talent is communication.
yes.
That is the one of the best talent. Without communication, you are not a salesperson.
Yes.
And now that is evident in every field, everywhere. People go on talking, 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 and they go on convincing. It's not only talking. They have to
Yes.
explain that. Yeah, many times customer walks in, you don't know. See, you are seeing the advertisement, your desire is, or
Mm,
your the interest is aroused.
mm,
And then after the interest is aroused, where will you go? How will you go? If where you have to go is not there, the interest dies down. And if
absolutely.
the some other advertisement comes, customer will go for that product, and that is a loss to you.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
the entire waste of money and all those things. So efforts of marketing are gone.
yeah,
So
yeah.
marketing and sales have to be together always.
Absolutely, absolutely. I was watching Shark Tank, and so in Shark Tank, I was amazed at looking at the number of metrics investors look at, and there is a product that is being sold. That for the
Exactly.
entrepreneur, they grill them. What is the cost of customer acquisition? What is the retention? What is the, so many parameters that come in, and it's not easy to sell. But if you want to sell, you are convinced, you know this product is good for this customer, and you believe that, then you can sell it.
See, that is one thing. And then what happens at a certain point in any product, similarities do end.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
now how you are going to sell? So you will have to sell based on the USP.
correct. Unique selling proposition.
USP, unique sales proposition. So you have to find out the niche of your own product,
Yeah.
challenge them against the other products. And what is good, you have to pose it to the customer that front.
Yes.
The customer will be aware of the finer points of the product. And then more than that, see, explaining the finer points, like you said, is not a very, very big thing. Anybody
Hmm.
can do it.
Hmm. Hmm.
But then how they are suiting to the customer's need.
Absolutely.
I have come to buy some product. And if the product is not useful to me or is not suiting my needs, then there is no use.
Yeah.
You can see the cases of like old mobiles and all those things there are, and mobiles. And apart from that, see, the things are getting invented every day.
Yes.
Market is changing so fast. Everybody, market, not only market research team, but even salesperson has to keep abreast of all those things.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
things are going so fast that I don't know how the people in IT and all those things are working, because that is still challenging.
No, no, I spoke to the engagement manager from a very big software company, and I told him, you didn't mention this last week. He said, yeah, the technology is going so fast. We were not aware that this is going to be released. So it's really a challenge, especially in the technology field. And the marketing and sales is for not only products. I think the students need to understand this. It is not only for products, like a tangible product like a phone, or a vehicle, automobile, vehicle, car, or anything like that, but it also for services. You can also sell and market services which is not tangible, like the cloud technology, or
Yes.
maybe health insurance, right? You don't get anything tangible in hand. It is a policy, it gives you a cover, and so on. So a lot of things that students need to understand is, it can be a product or a service that you can sell. As Mr. Kulkarni rightly said, you have to see that the product suits the customer, and you should be convinced, and you should have very good communications to do that sale part, convincing part. Yes, sir. You want to add anything on that?
You see, like we said earlier, there is no any specific qualification required. You
Yes.
should be a good talker first thing, good
Mm.
communication, and then all the other things have to follow, like good manners, understanding customer, listening to things. First thing, you should be a good listener also along with communicator. So
Yes.
you should know when to have that breaking line, where I want to stop, I want to be a speaker or I want to be a listener. So
Yes.
that has to be. And then understanding human relations, how humans behave, what are the
Mm.
things, the behavioral things, he has to understand a little bit. That can be learned. All these things
Yes.
are available. And even people see one more thing, what happens when our everybody. Uh, See, after a college education or school education, we think education is over.
Mm.
In fact, education is never over.
You are a living
Till the last
example.
day, till the day you are living, there is some education somewhere.
Correct.
So that is one thing they have to understand very clearly and adapt it in their own life.
Yes.
Now, other things like communication also can be learned.
Yes.
The other habits can also be learned. Listening practice can be made. But he has to have that focus of understanding the things and where do I serve. Now, as you said, like marketing is one part in automobile industry. Apart from the earlier things I said, there's a quality control inspector. Then there are several other branches up and down both ways. Then
Mm.
there are warehouses are there where warehouses can be controlled. Then there
Mm.
needed keeping accounts of the vehicles, product produced and sold, or
Mm.
delivered, or sent.
Yes.
So everywhere there are a lot of multiple jobs. Job wise, there is absolutely no issue in the automobile field like other fields.
Yeah,
Only
dealerships,
the
sir.
thing is that
Dealerships are huge.
dealerships are now, you see, our times, the dealerships were small dealerships.
Right,
So a
right.
manager is more than sufficient to handle that. There were about 20, 30 people totally. Now
Mm.
the dealership itself is bigger than sometimes companies.
Yes,
8, 9 branches of a dealership, particular dealer like Maruti Suzuki you take. No, they are about having about 1,000, 1,500 employees to,
yes,
altogether.
yes,
More than
yes.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
So that means they
absolutely.
have provided the jobs to so many people. And then, you see, whatever you do, whatever education to take, you have to have learning on the job.
Yes.
You have to do it by hand.
Mm.
See, hands-on practice is a must for anything. I would say that. That is my this thing. See,
Absolutely,
whatever
sir.
we did, I'm really grateful for the Bajaj. They grilled us through the 3 months training program where we had to do even the wash the vehicles.
Oh.
And yeah, take the vehicle, go down like a mechanic, we have to wash the vehicle. And other mechanic will come and check the vehicle whether it's correctly done or not. He gets only one chance, the mechanic, so he will always be on toes to find some.
Fault.
And that is the thing. You see, the customer is so particular. In after sales, you are always on your feet. There is nothing
Mm.
you can think of. And you have to be very, very smart there. See, every customer, please understand that every customer in every situation is different. Last time he
Absolutely.
smiled with you coffee or he offered you coffee, doesn't mean that next time will be the same thing.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, whether his fault or your fault, the problem comes back to service only.
Yes.
So here, understanding a human being, finding what goes well with him, what he exactly he needs, and how it can be done in the shortest time, in the best way,
Mm.
is more important. So this field is again very, very interesting field. You are every day you are meeting different people, you are learning a lot of things from them. And then there are very, very good people who will always help you for these things. And then there are other people also, then that is a learning for us. See, from good people you take good things. And from people who show your mistakes, that is a learning for you.
True, true.
And then
Sir,
there is another thing, by doing the things you are teaching others. When
mm,
you are when I am working on a vehicle, I am teaching another person that how to do it.
mm,
So that goes in part of training. So it's a continuous job again. Because
right.
new technologies come, new products development happen, product changes do happen. So everything then again that has to go to the last person, like
Mm,
last mile point. This mechanic is the last person. Unless he knows what changes have happened in the vehicle, he cannot attend to them correctly.
yeah. True, true.
Yes. So the multiple jobs are available there, and dealerships are today as good as I said earlier, they are as good as companies. And then it's a prestige to work with them.
Yes.
And things have improved to such an extent that it is you feel really very happy and proud to work with the dealership now.
Sir,
That is true.
I have a question here. I mean, I know about how aggressive sales reps are in the US and Europe, because they work on the incentives that they receive per sale. Is the Indian market, let's take for example the automobile sales field, right? Is it similar to how the US market is? Is it, a lot of incentives and bonuses and all that stuff apart from your regular salary? What would motivate a new joiner in this field?
See, new joiner may take 1 to 3 months time to learn all
Yeah.
the tricks of the job.
Yes.
So those 3 months may not be much this thing. See, and the automobile companies, the dealerships especially,
Mm,
they cannot afford to pay very high salaries at the initial stage.
correct.
When you're producing something,
Mm,
when you're doing something effectively, or when you are creating a uh, special factor for the service, then
mm,
definitely and incentive things you see anywhere in sales
mm.
or anywhere in marketing also, incentives are always there.
Okay, great.
Sales incentive structure is such that you will get a particular X amount of salary.
Mm,
Let us say X as your salary now for a
mm.
new joiner.
Yeah.
And once he becomes 3 months, he becomes comfortable. He knows the job because it's the same job repeatedly. You have to do it
Yeah.
many times, not always,
Yes.
of course.
Yes.
So then, once see, by doing repeatedly, anybody gets experts. That's
Mm,
called practice. Practice makes you expert.
yeah.
So when he becomes expert, he will be giving out more vehicles,
Mm,
repairing more vehicles, or providing service to many more vehicles than what he was doing in the first day.
yeah.
So at that stage, incentive system is there, which helps him getting the extra money. And
Mm,
that extra money can be sometimes 2x or even 3x also.
wow. Mm, yeah.
And that
And
is
and
everywhere in our dealership. See,
yeah.
like in service products, spare parts. you are having spare part sale of say 1 lakh or 10 lakh say,
mm,
and next month you do 11 lakh. So on that base of that one extra 1 lakh, you are getting incentive. Then there are two types of incentive. Somebody gives on total 10 lakh or 11 lakh, or
mm,
somebody gives 10 lakh plus 1 lakh extra incentive. So
mm,
amount will be almost, but
mm,
each company devises the scheme as per their requirements, as per the output from the technicians, and as
mm.
per the market needs.
Yeah. And
But of course,
sir,
incentive is there in everywhere, in every company, everywhere in sales, because see,
yeah,
sales doesn't move without those things.
e-
People
e-
have to be little, like as I said earlier, it's a pushing. So
correct.
even pushing has to start from GM to bottom line.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
company is everywhere. You do 30, you do 100 vehicles, next month they want 120, and you do 120, they want another 140. So
Mm,
this is the thing. So many of the people, they get a little scared with this
yeah.
statement,
Aggressive
or rather
growth.
targets.
Yeah, yeah.
Targets. You see, unless we have a target, unless you have a goal, you won't
Mm,
achieve anything.
correct.
A simple technique.
Sir, so
And then
apart
there are many
from
techniques
up,
given.
yeah.
Many techniques are given, many helps are given, and many support is given in many ways, so that
Mm,
you are able to sell more. Seminars are held, training programs are held,
that's good.
then you are sent outside. There are outbound programs are there to
Mm,
teach to learn new things, how to build a teamwork, how to see that we work together instead of working as an individual
mm,
person who is selling, how to work as a team and sell
mm,
for the company more vehicles. Same
mm.
thing applies in service also, how to produce more vehicles, how to
Yes,
repair more vehicles and see that the customer is much more satisfied. There is a zero complaint, which is again
yes.
a new concept. Or how you can assist the customer instantly.
Mm,
Instead of asking permissions from so many people are going through layers, you take a decision that, okay, sir, I will help you here itself. If part is defective, I will change it. Don't worry. We'll have our internal things done later. So that is
okay,
also possible.
great, great. Sir, apart from the monetary incentives, um, do new joiners can expect, when they do good sales or support or service, can they expect growth in their positions? Is it also possible, or does
Yeah,
that
generally
happen?
persons, see, I'll tell you example, simple example. Let us say a person who has completed diploma or who has completed ITI in automobile or these things.
Mm, mm,
The person joins a dealership. Okay, let's take first dealership example, then let's go for the manufacturer.
mm,
Dealership, he joins as technician. Within 2 years, he becomes
mm,
quite versant with the
mm,
product. He is able to almost repair everything.
mm.
And within 3 years, he is able to repair also engines.
Okay.
So that is the only critical thing you see.
Mm,
Engines, gearbox, they are quite critical things, and you require expertise, lot of expertise and experience for that.
mm, mm, mm.
And there is a person who will be helping you in case of any difficulty or any assistant in that particular instance.
Right.
He may be knowing everything, but somewhere he gets stuck. So
Mm,
there will be a person. Now that person is a floor manager.
mm.
So these persons after 3, 4 years, he can 5 years also, he can become floor manager depending on his capacity and capability.
So there is a hierarchy for growth.
There is a
Is it?
hierarchy.
Mm,
Floor manager, then
mm,
branch manager, then divisional manager, then AGM, then GM, and all those things.
mm,
And then these positions are available in all the verticals. Like sales
mm,
it is there, spare
mm,
parts it is there, purchase it is there,
mm,
and then service it is there. So everywhere these verticals are there. It
mm,
depends on how you use your own skills
mm.
to up yourself.
Okay.
Because
Great.
it's purely expertise, you see. Things have to be done mechanically. And
Yes.
one more
Yes.
thing when I was saying, talking about these things, see, today that a lot of influx of EV vehicles, which we spoke in the beginning itself.
Mm, mm.
So person has to be savvy with a little bit of electronic knowledge.
Correct.
Otherwise it becomes difficult for him. If he sticks, see that is the reason most of the people who are little, who are handling only purely mechanical things are slowly falling apart. They cannot
No, this
handle
is
this
a
pressure.
great learning
Cannot-
opportunity to upgrade into EVs.
But that is, the resistance to change is always there. And change is constant. On top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that, change is constant.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that is the reason, people find sometimes, see, it's not that they don't know, they don't try, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Like our kids, those who are trying to learn the things or education systems, they don't try different things. They try wrong things. And then
Mm,
there is no proper guidance to them. Whereas in
mm,
dealership, you are getting full guidance. There is a person who is always above you and who will always help you. Not that
mm,
he supervises or does things, but he will always help you. And in companies, the scope is unlimited almost. There are so many divisions. So according to your aptitude, attitude, skill, and knowledge, you can join anything. Any
Mm.
of the branch or increase. You can do sales, you can do purchase, and everywhere it is challenging jobs are there.
Okay, this is awesome, sir. I think we need to cut short our discussion here. This has been very useful information. I at least am very enlightened now. In especially in the automobile field, what is the scope and what are the challenges? I hope the students who are listening to this gain this knowledge and understand that it is not a difficult field if you have the real passion. And as sir mentioned, you need to have good communications, good aptitude, good attitude, and there is enormous trainings that will be provided to you to improve. There is growth. There is instant, incentives that you can earn based on how much you can service or help the sales as well. So with this, I'll wrap it up. Thank you, Mr. Kulkarni.
One second, one
Yeah,
last line I would say.
yeah, sure, sure.
See, when you are talking to customers,
Hmm.
and if you are convincing them, and if there's a your tune happens between to you, so
Hmm.
there is more than sufficient opportunity for you to the person who will itself call you and provide
Hmm.
you a job, or he will refer
Yes,
you somewhere.
yes, yes,
So these things
absolutely.
do happen in automobile, especially with people who are in the front. So that is the biggest benefit.
Yeah,
That is
bonus
not
point.
unsaid. Yes,
One more
unsaid benefit.
yeah, yeah,
Nowhere it is recorded. Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing so many tips today. I am really grateful for your time and providing this great talk with us. I hope the students will benefit with it. I'll have to
Thank
cut
you
this
to
short.
everyone. It's my side to have to say grateful to you.
No,
I
no,
may have
no,
some
no,
help.
sir. No, sir. No, sir.
And no, Mr. Ganesh, I'll tell you one more thing. The way you are working for people and the way you are serving our community by doing your own effort and time and money, I'm really overwhelmed by it. I consider it's a big thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I need such, you know, uh, help from people like you and also some kind of support and encouragement. Thank you, sir.
Definitely, definitely. And
Take
any
care,
help
sir.
you want from this side? Okay.
Sure, sure, sir. Sure, definitely. Thank you. I'll stop the
Thank
recording.